So picture yourself being refreshed. You have your life in a place where you feel like, yes, you're busy, yes, you're productive, but you don't feel the weight of the world on you and all of the things that you have to do. Well, each of these tips that I'm about to go over with you is going to be so granular in the scope of your overall life. The first tip, I'm only asking you for 5 minutes. Tip number 3, I'm only asking you for 15 minutes. And the rest of them are based on the time frame that you have allocated. But I promise you, over the course of a week or two, you will absolutely find time to be able to do these things. So let's go ahead and dive into our first tip, which is only 5 minutes. So the very first tip we're going to talk about is the tip of mindfulness. Mindfulness is an easy, simple way to clear your mind. And we are going to build upon these tips in increments of time. So the first tip with mindfulness, I'm only asking you to dedicate 5 minutes of your day to mindfulness. And now let me give you 3 options on what that can look like. The first one is 5 minutes of meditation. Y'all, you can go on YouTube. Like I said, I have my Peloton app. You can probably go on Google and type in 5-minute meditation. You can spend 5 minutes of your day meditating. It could be first thing in the morning. It could be before you go to bed. I will share this amazing tip that one of my subscribers shared with me. She meditates before she gets out the car when she comes home from work. Like, think about spending 5 minutes in your car uninterrupted and just hitting play on a meditation. You can't fall asleep though. So you can spend 5 minutes of mindfulness through meditation. So let's say meditation is not your jam. Well, you can spend 5 minutes of mindfulness by journaling anything. Whether you have a formal journal, a digital journal, just spend 5 minutes. Y'all know I'm a fan of a timer. Get your timer out and set the timer for 5 minutes and just write about the things that you're grateful for, the things that happened today. Like, you would be surprised at how much you can get out in 5 minutes, especially uninterrupted, of just concentrated journaling, whether it's rooted in gratitude, whether it's rooted in what happened today. 5 minutes of journaling. So far I have given you either 5 minutes of meditation or 5 minutes of gratitude through journaling. So simple. 5 minutes in your whole day. I'm even going to give you a third option. Go outside for 5 minutes. Whether it's 5-minute walk around the block to the mailbox and back, whether it's a 5-minute go sit out on the patio and just stare at the trees, whether it's 5 minutes you go to the park and you sit on a swing, like 5 minutes of fresh air. It doesn't need to be more than that, because I promise you, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, if you go out into the glory that is the world that God has made and just spend 5 minutes in its all, you will be in a place of mindfulness. Now, what time of the day you do these things, that's totally up to you. So don't tell me you don't have 5 minutes in your day for mindfulness. So I've given you the option of meditation, given you the option of journaling, and I've given you the option of going outside. The next one is moving your body. I don't know that I'll ever have a video where I'm talking about being the best version of yourself and not talking about incorporating movement. So same thing, this time instead of 5 minutes, I'm asking you to commit 15 minutes to one of these 3 things. 15 minutes, 2 times a week working out. Now, if you're already working out, then that's continue to do what you're doing. But if you're not working out, 15 minutes, 2 times a week. That's a total of 30 minutes. That's where we're starting, because we're going to pour back into ourselves physically. If you have not been moving, taking a 15-minute walk, hint, hint, outside, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, is a simple way to start moving your body. 15 minutes of Pilates, 15 minutes of strength training, 15 minutes of jogging, 15 minutes of power walking, 15 minutes of bowling, 15 minutes of something that is going to move your body twice a week. You can do that, sis. You can start there. Another way you want to nourish your body, 15 sips of water an hour. Pick up your glass, take a sip 15 times in an hour. Do you know how much water you can consume taking 15 sips every hour that you're awake? 15 sips. Like, that is literally like a 3-second sip, put the water down. That is such a simple way where you can once again pour back into your body and get grounded by yourself. So you could work out for 15 minutes 2 times a week. You could take 15 sips of water. Let me give you a third option on how you can nourish your body. Sleep. Oh my God. Sleep. Make a commitment to get better sleep. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier than what you normally go to bed for at least a week. So if you are in the bed like at 10:45, get in the bed at 10:30. If you are in the bed at 9:45, get in the bed at 9:30. Do you know how much your body will appreciate you getting 15 extra phone-free minutes of sleep a night? So y'all, so simple. 15 minutes twice a week, 15 sips of water, go to bed 15 minutes early. You don't have to do all three. Pick one, but you could do all three. The next one is we're going to pick a relationship to nourish. And I don't mean anything super over the top. So that nourishment looks like this. You are going to pick an activity. It could be we're going to do date night. I am going to Zoom a friend I haven't seen in a long time. I'm going to go to brunch. I am going to go to lunch. We are going to go shopping together. You are just going to pick somebody and something that is important to you, and you are going to dedicate some time with that individual. That is how you can nourish relationships. Let's say I'm too busy. I don't have time for brunch. I don't have time for lunch. I don't have time for date night. Let me give you another option on how you can nourish your relationship. You can actually nourish your relationships by setting boundaries in your unhealthy relationships. So maybe there is an overcommitment that you're doing. Maybe you are being obligated to go do something with someone that's not pouring back into you. Like, nourishing your relationships is actually creating the fine line between being used and being overextended and actually being able to pour back into yourself. So I went with two extremes. One extreme is we're out here doing an activity. The other extreme is setting boundaries. Maybe you don't need either one of those. So what's another way you can nourish a relationship? Find 5 people in your phone and text them, hey, I don't want anything. I'm just thinking about you. I think you're awesome. Or, hey, I don't want anything, because you don't want someone to have to feel obligated to call you back and it'd be super awkward. I just wanted to know that you mean this to me. Or if it's not even 5 people, just pick one person in your phone. Like, I have given you the option of nourishing relationships by establishing an activity, by setting boundaries. And now if that is too much, just pick one person. You don't even have to call them. Just text them. Pick up the phone and tell them how important that they are to you in your life. Simple way to nourish your relationships. This one is important. I need you to get alone for 60 minutes. I need you to get alone for 60 minutes. If you live by yourself, that doesn't count. I need you to get alone for 60 minutes. That means you are not on your phone. You are not on your computer. You do not have a book. You are by yourself for 60 minutes with pen to paper. And you are simply writing about all of your goals, all of your wishes, all of your hopes, all of your aspirations. When you run out of something to write, sit quietly in your thoughts. Do not necessarily try to come up with a plan for what you wrote during those 60 minutes. Just let it out. You will be so surprised and how hard, quite honestly, 60 minutes of solitude is for the average person in our society today. That's too much, being alone for 60 minutes, go take yourself to lunch. If you have to have like noise around you, hustle and bustle, you cannot, once again, be on your phone. Go out, sit down, go to your favorite restaurant, dress up if you want to, dress down, go to your favorite coffee shop, whatever it is you want to do. But you are committed to take yourself on a 60-minute date. Same thing. You may sit on that date and just people watch. You could sit on this date with yourself and do all of that journaling. It just depends on where you are, but you have to commit 60 minutes to yourself. Need more than that in the 60 minutes? Go to church. Go to a place of worship. Go do community service. Go do something that's in the universe that connects you back to the universe, no matter what your belief system is. And I need you to do it alone. I know you're like, well, I go to church with my family. Well, I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I am saying is you're going to have some time where you're alone and not distracted by other people and other thoughts. This is a practice in solitude. And I think that you would find probably for some of you, you're going to be literally uncomfortable just by yourself. As much as you say you need to get back to yourself, as much as you say you need that alone time, truly getting that space alone and having to be the recipient of your inner thoughts can sometimes be overwhelming. But it's such a healthy purging, and it's such a healthy realization of this is where you are right now, that I cannot underscore enough the importance of getting by yourself for 60 minutes. And this last one, free yourself from a product. What does that mean? So you've heard tips 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Some of you are going to run with this and you're going to go make action plans and templates and Notion things and make a section of your journal. That's not what this video is about. This video is about freeing yourself literally from a product. You don't have to do anything in this video, or you could do everything in this video. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to come up with something else to do. It is simply about the strategies that you can use. You may use these strategies once a week. You may use these strategies over the course of a month. You may use 2 of these strategies. You may use all of the strategies. But what I don't want you to do is just have like this action plan of, okay, I'm going to do strategy 1 from the first one, strategy 2 from the second one. I'm going to write it out. I'm going to plan it out. Before you ever get there, I want you to understand you're not obligated to have a product. Now, if you're a planner and someone that needs to systemically put these things into practice, like I would probably need to do that, then you go right ahead. Like whatever the system is, it's going to work for you. But like, you're not supposed to watch a video like this and then get up and feel like, oh my God, these are the things I have to do. It should be more, I must have an Amazon package. It should be more like, these are the things I get to do. So you don't have to have a blueprint. You don't have to have a vision board. You don't have to have a template. You just have to go and do what feels good and comfortable for you. So if you need more help in how to get grounded back in yourself and you're looking for a full reset, check out my video on basically discovering and recreating the best version of yourself before the new year. And I will link that up here so you can see. And I hope, as always, this was helpful. To comment, like, and subscribe down below. And I will see you in the next video.